Hi guys, it's Stitch Witch here with another tutorial for you guys. On this one we are going to be making a rectangular version of the modern granny square. I used Ice Yarn's baby puzzle, and as you can see the colorways and the self-striping just made for some beautiful striations right here, and absolutely gorgeous on both sides. Let me just flip it over. See that? The finished size is about 35 inches by 42 inches, and I used about 2 cakes, just under 2 cakes of yarn with the Ice Yarn baby puzzle. Alright, let's get started. What we're going to need is our crochet hook. I am using a 5mm hook, and I am using Lion Brand Yarns Jamie. It is one of their baby yarns. And we're going to start by making a slip knot. And I like to actually wrap it around. Oh, let me put it where I can show you. I do it different than most people. And that's okay. I wrap it around and make a loop. And then I take the end and put it over this. And I kind of tie a little knot right there. Now again, I know there are many ways to do the slip knot, or you could choose to just tie a knot directly around your hook. Now the first thing we're going to do is we need a chain of 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the yarn once, and in the 4th chain from the hook, we're going to do 2 double crochets. You never count the chain that's on the hook, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th one, we are going to do 2 double crochets. There's 1, and there's 2. Just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1. Let me change the angle of the camera here. We're going to chain 1, just like so. And into the same stitch, we are going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1 again, and we're going to do, you guessed it, 3 more in the same stitch. Get that little untangled there. 1, whoops, 2, and 3. Now, if we set it down and look at it, we have the beginning of a side here, and we got the chain 1 and then 3 stitches for another side, another chain 1 and then 3 more stitches to form the other side. Now this is what we're going to do next. First, I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit right there. Sorry about that. Trying to make it to where you guys can see a little better. You're going to yarn over. You are going to skip 2 stitches. 1, 2, and then you are going to chain, I'm sorry, not chain, double crochet 3 stitches in that 3rd chain. 1, 2, sorry about that. Still getting used to the camera, guys. And 3. Unravel some more yarn. And what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over. You're going to skip 2 stitches. 1 and 2. And into this 3rd one, right there. Sorry, right here. We're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now that's what it's looking like about now. So what I want you to do is I want you to skip 2 chains, double crochet in the 3rd, 3 double crochets in the 3rd, skip 2 chains, then do 3 double crochets in the next chain, over and over until you get to the last chain. I'll be back with you in just a minute. Alright guys, once you near the end, you should have 3 chains left. You're going to yarn over and you're going to put 3 double crochets in this last chain. 1, 2, and 3. But we're not done yet. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to put 3 more double crochet in the same space. 1, 2, and 3. And absolutely, we're going to chain 1 once more, and we're going to put 3 more double crochets in that same stitch. Let me get my straggler out of the way there. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make our way across this chain. And you could count 1, 2, and then there's 3. But you can kind of get away with not counting and just put your hook into the same stitch that you did going down the other side. Put in 3 double crochets. And remember, we're not chaining in between our clusters of 3. We move right over to the next one. And we do 3 more double crochets. And this is going to be your repeat until you get down towards the end. So continue on, and I'll be right back. Alright, as you can see, I've gone all the way up one side. I made my 3 double crochet sets, turned and went down the other side of the chain, and now I am nearing the end. I have done my set of 3 double crochets in the last space, and you have your chain 3 right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain, And that completes the first round. To begin the second round, we're in the wrong spot. We have to get over here to the corner. So we're going to slip stitch into the next double crochet, and be sure not to do it too tightly because it can make your work buckle a little bit. Slip stitch into the next one, and finally slip stitch into that chain one space. Actually not, sorry, I'm mistaken. We're not going to slip stitch into that space. We are going to do a single crochet. You're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're going to single crochet into that same corner space. You're again, we'll chain 1, 2, 3, and move over to the next chain 1 space and single crochet. Let me grab some more yarn. Now excuse all the pitter patter. I do have 5 chihuahuas, and they're kind of very interested in what Mama's doing. So from this point, you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to single crochet in that same corner space, like so. Now you're going to go along this straight edge all the way to the next corner space by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, and then in between the sets of double crochet clusters, you're going to do a single crochet, just like that. You're going to chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to go to the next space between the clusters and single crochet. Now I want you to repeat this all the way across until you get to the corner spot. Okay, I am almost to the corner spot. I just need to do another chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet between the double crochet clusters. And one more, 1, 2, 3, and do a single crochet in that corner chain 1 space. Now in the corners, it's always going to be single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Now going across the sides, you're going to chain 3, go to the next corner space, single crochet. And what do we do? Because we're in the corner, we're going to chain 3, and we're going to single crochet in the same corner space. Now we're going to go across this other side, chaining 3, and a single crochet between the clusters, another chain of 3, another single crochet right there between the clusters, another chain of 3, a single crochet right there between the clusters, 1, 2, 3, and again in the space between the clusters, a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and again a single crochet in the space right between the clusters, 1, 2, 3, snag up some more yarn here, and right there between these 2 double crochet clusters, we're going to single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in that space between the clusters. And chain 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the space between the clusters. Chain 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the space between the clusters. Now we're coming up to the corner space, and you see like right here is a single crochet that we started the round with. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go into this single crochet like so, and we are going to do a slip stitch. And that completes round 2. Now what we need to do, we're already in the single crochet to get to round 3. which is a repeat of row 1. We're going to slip stitch into that chain 3 space, and then we're going to chain 1, 2, and 3, and this is going to be your first double crochet in the cluster. So we're going to double crochet 2 more times, 1 and 2. Now when we're on the odd number rows where we're doing the double crochets all the way around, in the corners it's going to be almost like the single crochets, only we'll do the 3 double crochets. We will only chain 1, and then we'll turn and do 3 more double crochets into that same space. Just like that. Now we've got our first corner. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 double crochet clusters all the way around into these chain 3 spaces. And we are not going to chain between the clusters. You're just going to jump right into the next chain 3 spot, and you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now we're at another corner, and again without chaining, we are going to do 3 double crochets in the corner chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3. Now again, we're at the corner, so we're going to chain 1 because we're on the double crochet row, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets into that corner space. 1, 2, and 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 double crochets in every chain 3 space all the way along to the next corner. And again, when you reach the corner, you're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 double crochets. But in between the clusters all along the sides, we are not going to be chaining between the clusters. You're just going to go straight from one chain 3 space to another all the way across. I want you to repeat this all the way around, and I will meet back up with you at the end. Okay, as you can see, I've come all the way around, and I have double crocheted 3 double crochets in this last chain 3 space. And what we're going to do is in the top of this chain 3, right there, we are going to do a slip stitch to end row 3, and then we're going to slip stitch into the next double crochet because we need to be in that corner space right there, and the next double crochet. Now in the corner space, we're not going to do a slip stitch, we're just going to go in and do a single crochet, and then if you remember, we're going to chain 3 because we're at the corner space, and we're going to do 1 more single crochet. Now you're going to go all the way around this row, chaining 3 and double crochet, a single crochet, in between every cluster from the row before. Chain 3, double crochet between the cluster of the row before, chain 3, and that brings us to the corner space. And what do we do at the corners? We single crochet, chain 3, and single crochet. Now I want you to repeat this all the way around until you get to this final, the starting corner of this row. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, I've gone all the way around doing my chain 3s and single crochets in between the clusters from the row before, and I am at my final set. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet we did of the row, and that completes row 4. Now to continue this pattern and get the blanket as big as you would like it to be, You're simply going to slip stitch into that chain 3 space. You're going to chain up 3, and you were going to complete a row of double crochet clusters all the way around. And when you were done with that, you were going to repeat row 4. If you need to rewind it to get a review on what those rows are, you can certainly go ahead and do so. You will do the double crochet clusters all the way around, doing 3 double crochets, a chain 1, and 3 double crochets in the corner spaces, and no chaining in between the clusters along the sides. And you come all the way back around to this side, and then you are going to slip stitch to the last double crochet of the row, and then single crochet in that corner space, chain 3, single crochet, and begin your rows of single crochets and chains all the way around. You're going to repeat these rows, alternating back and forth until you get the blanket as big as you would like it to be. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will be bringing more, at least 2 or 3 a week, to try to teach you all the different stitches that I learned, and hopefully we'll have some fun with it. Until next time, keep stitching and have a blessed day.